Sex workers. A story of voices unheard amid coronavirus lockdown. A nationwide lockdown to contain the spread of coronavirus is causing economic problems across India. The measure is particularly damaging for sex workers, many of whom are finding conditions difficult for survival. 1.3 billion people in India have been under lockdown from 25th March in response to the coronavirus outbreak. There are restrictions on people leaving their homes, with only essential services being allowed to function. It has left Ritu and many other sex workers jobless. It is therefore unclear how this will impact the livelihood of daily wage laborers and those working in the country's informal sectors. Being a prostitute has always been a good option in times of crisis until this one, says Ritu, a 32-year-old sex worker who fears to catch the deadly coronavirus at a time when those in his trade are more vulnerable than ever. Ritu has stopped taking clients in the past month as the once-in-a-century pandemic arrived in India. Ritu, who is based in Mumbai, started in this business about 5 years ago, precisely because she couldn't get a steady job that paid well. Now her savings are rapidly dwindling, and unlike most unemployed workers, Ritu is not eligible for federally approved relief. If the situation persists, there will be only one option left for me: suicide, Ritu said during a phone interview. Ritu's family doesn't know about her occupation. They think she works in a call center at a small company in Mumbai. The landlord has waived April's rent, but she will have to pay interest on next month's rent. How am I going to do that? I am clueless, she said. Despite her health concerns over a pandemic that has killed 1,000 people in India, Ritu is considering returning to work. I'm going to have to take the risk. It's the only way I can make money. Demand has already fallen by around 80%, but a handful of clients are still contacting me, she said. I'm surprised that, with this virus going around, people still want to take the danger, she admitted. Ritu has an 8-year-old daughter, whom she has kept with a family known to her in Nasik, so she can go to school and study. Every month, I have to send at least rupees 3,000 for my child, but if I don't earn, how can I send the money for her? I have a lot of tension. Ritu further said, some sex workers have emulated pornographic actors by making a living from home through webcam appearances and connecting with clients by phone calls or messaging. Ritu has friends who already do this and earn up to 20,000 rupees a month. Ironically, as per Hindu tradition, when the idol of goddess Durga is prepared, 4 things are very important. These include the mud from the banks of the river Ganga, cow dung, cow urine, and soil from outside brothel, known as Nishido Palace, without which the idol is considered incomplete. According to traditional beliefs, the soil should be begged and received from a sex worker's hand as a gift and blessing, since it is known as punya mati, or the sacred soil, and was earlier collected by the priest. The soil is considered to be blessed because people who visit the forbidden lanes of prostitutes leave behind their virtue and piety at the doorstep to enter the world of carnal desires and sin. The soil then imbibes all the virtues and becomes blessed. Therefore, what's worse to imagine that, though prostitution is not legalized in India, a country where punya mati is collected from sex workers for the making of a Durga idol, will now have to face massive discrimination. Even after the end of lockdown, due to negative impact of social distancing on their livelihood.